What is up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Monday. It is I, your favorite cyborg with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is Surviving Rocklahoma. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody can hear me okay, and the audio is coming through nice and crisp and clear because we got a great show tonight. So, tell me, folks, how are we sounded before we get the live stream a rockin' loud and clear? Thank you so much, Christy. Let me tell you, I am so excited. I had an amazing weekend this weekend at Loud and Local Festival. Thank you to Sabretooth, the Normandies, and a whole host of other folks that played the live stage there in Muskogee at the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame. I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. I'm also going to let you all know how you can win some Rocklahoma tickets to this year's festival. After that, we're going to tell you a little bit about our road trip raffle for Road Trip 2024 to Daytona for Welcome to Rockville coming up just next week. Oh my gosh. Am I freaking out? But we're going to walk ourselves through it as we prepare ourselves for a road trip survival guide. But until then, let's go ahead and pay some bills. First up, let's give some mad props to DEB Concerts and Rock He Did there at the Shrine this past weekend with Faster Pussycat and Dime Store Riot. I hate that I couldn't make it last Wednesday, but from everything I've heard, it was an amazing show. He will also be rocking the Roadhouse this year at Rocklahoma, and Dime Store Riot and Faster Pussycat will be on that bill. You know what? I tell you what, it's right. No, it's there. It is. Yeah, look at all those bands. I'm going to tell you how to win those tickets. Thank you so much, Doug, for everything you do for the podcast, as well as Rocklahoma. With that being said, let's also give a shout out to At Your Service Rentals, the folks who bring you the place to poo at your very own campsite. You don't have to share with everybody else. The only place I know that does that for a festival campsite. So if you would like to get your own portable restroom for your campsite, you can go to At Your Service Rentals, aysrentals.com, and you can reserve your own portable lavatory, and you can also get you a swimming pool too. Labor Day is always hot, you guys, and those swimming pools make a world of difference. So I tell you what, guys, get your own, not only for your campsite, but born and raised too. We talked about that last week. Or maybe it's just not even the festival, and you just need some portable, some mobile sanitation stations, places, things like that. Maybe even some portable fencing. They got you. Check them out, their website, aysrentals.com. Also, want to give a huge shout out. Oh, wait, we forgot the favorite part. Don't be caught out in the campgrounds late at night. like that guy over there. What are you doing over there, buddy?
Dinner was full.
Yeah, I didn't call AYS Rentals. All right, with that being said, folks, also, hey, that's...
Now let me see your war face. Ah! Let me see your real war face. Ah! You don't scare me. Work on it. There, yes.
Yes, that's right, folks. I want to give a huge shout out to Rockavet. Let me tell y'all, I love working with these guys. They just got the biggest hearts of anybody I know, and this entire organization is spawned from the Rocklahoma campgrounds, the Rocklahoma community, as they have transcended those campgrounds and gone national. Even got their official designation, I believe. So they are a legit not-for-profit group, and all they want to do is provide our veterans, those men and women who serve their country, put it all on the line to fight for our freedoms, and they just want to give them that medicine that is music. And we've given away over 70 passes to not only Rocklahoma, born and raised, but concerts and festivals abroad. So I tell you what, check them out on Facebook. And while you're at it, folks, are you a veteran or active serviceman? Well, send me an email to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, because, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the button.
Now let me see your war face. Ah!
That's right. I want to see those war faces. So shoot me a picture of you in your service uniform. You don't have to, but you're welcome to provide your name, rank, and designation. We would love to give you a shout out here on the show. So don't forget to send us those war faces to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Also want to give a shout out to our Rocklahoma bitches. We love you, girls. Thank you so much for everything you do in the campgrounds and for the local music community. We appreciate you supporting the show and sponsoring our endeavors. Christy and Kendra, we've got a lot of love for you, and we can't wait to see you guys peddling that new swag. We've seen the new designs that y'all been toying around with, and very excited. So can't wait to see what y'all do for this year. Also, folks, I want to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to Photography by Angel Lee. She is a proud sponsor and partner in crime as we will be embarking on our road trip this year next week as we go 18 hours, over 1,000 miles to Daytona, Florida for Welcome to Rockville. Now, this is a big one, folks, and once again, you know, we unfortunately we weren't able to secure media for this event. However, we have been in touch with the folks at DWP, the folks who have recently invested in Rocklahoma. Well, the festival they got next week is Rockville, and myself and Photography by Angel Lee are going to be traveling across the country to check this one out, and we will be going as a festival goers. So we are going in old school. We're going to be roughing it for 4 days at that festival, and I'm going to be in the crowd, and I'm going to be in the campgrounds, and I'm going to just be checking everything out that they have to offer there in Rockville. So I want to appreciate Angel for linking up with us and helping us take this trip. Because if we didn't have, without her, we wouldn't have been able to do it. I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Big Old Bus for everything that you do for the podcast, as well as the Rocklahoma community. They're always bringing a busload of debauchery to a festival near you. Now, we all know and love them at Rocklahoma. You can't miss them. They're right there on that main strip.
Giggity.
And they're in those big buses with the stripper pole and just a large group of people. You can't miss it. They've always got all kinds of shenanigans afoot and all kinds of different activities throughout the day before the bands begin. So make sure you check out the big old bus. They will be at the Equinox in addition to Rocklahoma. So can't wait to see those folks. Also, folks, thank you so much for all of our sponsors. We got a new one. I didn't have time to throw him up into the slides, but we've got a brand spanking new sponsor, and I want to give a huge shout out to Metalcore Clothing. We appreciate you all so very much. I've got something to show you all. Let's see, here we go. Let's see. I'll throw it up here. Just the screen. So you all know and love this logo, right? Well, if I can get it back up there. Well, if you would like this very logo on a t-shirt, well, no problem. Metalcore Clothing has got you covered, as we are going to be our new t-shirts are ready. They are absolutely ready, and we are just waiting to get them from the production line to my house so that I can start packing them up and sending them. We sold quite a few shirts this weekend, in addition to a couple of pre-orders for this. I'll give you the instructions on how to order your very own Surviving Rocklahoma shirt. Remember, this design was produced by our very own Rebel Angel of Photography by Angel Lee, and produced by Metalcore Clothing. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for sponsoring this show and helping us continue covering the local music scene. I do have a couple of announcements, though, from Metalcore Clothing. As we know, a lot of campsites have linked up with them to produce t-shirts. Well, they wanted me to help spread the word that camp t-shirts are now up. You can now get your t-shirts. You can still get your merch on the site. Small or large orders, no minimums, unlimited color images, no extra charge. Most orders are shipped within 10 days. Order cutoff will be August 9th to receive your t-shirts by Rocklahoma. Anything after that, we can't guarantee you will receive it by the week of Rocklahoma. If you've got any questions whatsoever, give Jeremy or Lacey Knight a shout. The Metalcore Clothing Facebook page, or email metalcore@yahoo.com. I can't wait to get my shirt in. Here we go. Let's give you another look at it. Once again, folks, these will be going on sale soon. And we still got a couple of designs from Shirts Past still available in several sizes, including we've got a lot of shirts left of the proud member of my local music scene, as well as the official podcast of Rocklahoma. Now, all shirts and merch sold before the 15th is going to be going to the road trip, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's see where else we're at. So, also, folks, now we want to give a special shout out to Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits for everything they do for the podcast. Remember, and the Campgrounds Abroad. Monty and crew are some of the most generous people I've ever met, and they just love to help facilitate a good time. So this week, just like every other week, is our weekly cheers is brought to you by Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Now, I've been drinking, sampling different beers over the last couple of months, but you know what? I went to the river last weekend and I drank up all my beers. So I'm cleaning out the liquor fridge. So I'm having myself some Crown and Coke in my beautiful mug that was made and given to me by Mama Joe Fain. Thank you. Look at this beautiful tumbler. It's even got Camp Mardi Gras, my name on it. And that oh so beautiful mug. Thank you so much, Mama Joe. Remember, folks, this cheers goes to all of you on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that makes my liver quiver. Shivered all the way down. With that being said, let's go ahead and break on into the show. Like I was saying, we got a weekend review. I was so happy to be invited out to the Muskogee Rock and Roll, or excuse me, the Muskogee Music Hall of Fame, Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame. Man, I butchered that. Let's try that again. Rewind. I had an amazing time out at the Oklahoma Rock Music Fame. You know what I mean, out at Loud and Local Festival. Brought to you by Sabretooth and the Normandies and a whole host of other bands. Let me see if I can pull up the full lineup, because it was a truly awesome show. A great show with an eclectic mix. It was a lot of heavy stuff. There was also some amazing punk stuff brought to us by the Normandies, who just I can't not talk about them anytime I see them perform. And I also saw a couple of other ones for the first time, and I was very excited about those. I got to see a couple of local bands called Bushira, Carcinogen Daily, and Dragon's Keep. And, you know, that's what I love about the local rock music scene, folks. You just never know what you're going to see. The styles are different every time. Every band is just a different color, and it's just wonderful. It just gives such a colorful, vibrant mix of music, and it's festivals like that truly make me enjoy doing what I do. Now, I also bumped into not only a couple of our regular photographers. What's up, Mario? We also bumped into a video production crew that was there gathering some video. Now, I tapped in to the mixer board and got some live audio. I haven't been able to process it yet. I was busy yesterday, so I didn't get to it today. So probably sometime over the next week, I will be dropping those on YouTube as I can get those available. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to run the recordings by each of the band, see how they feel about them, and if I get their thumbs up, I'll go ahead and release them as live tracks, and we'll put them out onto the podcast network, Spotify, and all of that good stuff. And if we get some good video, we'll throw that over as well, and we'll feature that in a future broadcast of Surviving Rocklahoma. Now, if you've got a music festival or a gig coming up and you would like for us to come out and cover your event, just do me a favor. You know what to do. Email me, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, while we were out there, we also got to set up for the first time and sell merchandise, as we got to sell some shirts. And as you know, I've been peddling them pretty hard and heavy.
Giggity.
Because, we're funding our road trip this year. Now, at Loud and Local Festival, we had our two different shirts, and we were selling them for $5 off, and I think we're going to continue doing that. So if you order through the website or order, outside of in person, it's going to be $25. Now, if you bump into me at an event that I'm working, and we'll knock $5 off, and because you'll be right there in person, and we've got a promotion running for our road trip raffle. And what we are doing is, anytime you buy a shirt, or I'll tell you that shortcut here in a little bit. Anytime you buy a shirt, you are entered to win a set of GA weekend passes to Rocklahoma. So we've already qualified a half dozen people this past weekend. So, guys, those odds are good, but you got to get in while the getting's good. You've got until May 15th to qualify for this round of Rocklahoma GA weekend passes. You can either buy you a shirt or you can just get it at the average raffle price of $5 by going to the Facebook page Surviving Rocklahoma and clicking that subscribe button. What that subscribe button will do will allow you to subscribe to the website for $5. Those dollars will also help fund and support the show as we travel and cover these festivals over the next couple of months. And you can cancel at any time. So all you got to do is either buy some merch or subscribe to the Facebook page, and you'll be entered to win 2 GA weekend passes to Rocklahoma. Once again, thank you to Rocklahoma for hooking us up with those tickets to give away to our amazing audience. Let's go back into the comments here real quick, see what everybody is up to. I see a lot of folks in the comments. What is up, Christy? My co-hostess with the mostest, the Rocklahoma Grinch, is in there. What is up, Brandy and Heath, representing Camp Black Pearl? What is up, Christy Beaver is out. That's all right. Don't worry about being late. We record it for a reason. And the print quality on our shirts that we received today is just amazing, Misty says, referring to their camp t-shirts, Camp Rock of Love, courtesy of Metalcore Clothing. And Lori Brass, what is up? Sharing the love to Monty. What is up, Amber? How's it going? I love seeing all of you folks in the comments. That's what's missing. There it is. Now we can see you. I see you all. Alrighty, so let's see, what else do we have to go? Yeah, I've been telling you guys how to win those Rocklahoma passes, and the first way to do that, once again, is to buy a t-shirt or subscribe to the Facebook page. And what we are doing is trying to provide our way to our road trip, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about that here after this song. I've got one track for you all tonight, just the one. I apologize. I didn't get my requests out in time, and the rock box is a little empty this week. All you folks with bands and projects out there, musicians, if you would like your music featured on the podcast, be sure to check out the rock box. You can either email me, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, or check out the Facebook page. We've shared links on how to submit your music, logos, flyers, and all of that good stuff, so that we can go through there and get some bands to feature here on the show. Now, this band will be playing here in town May 18th, and I'll tell you how and where to see them here a little bit later in the show. But for now, check out these heavy jams, because man, we've had some requests for some heavy metal, guys. So at your request, here it is. Here's some Arkhon. And that was Arkhon. Thank you so much, Andy, for giving me the thumbs up to feature your music here on Surviving Rocklahoma. Remember, folks, if you'd like your music featured on the live stream, just shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. But for now, studio audience, give it up for Arkhon. Absolutely love that band, y'all. Yes, and you can see them. You can see them. They're coming up here May 18th. But before that, we are heading to Welcome to Rockville. We're gonna the mix up, the lineup is just insane. Everything from Motley Crue to Foo Fighters, Slipknot to Disturbed, Sum 41 to Cypress Hill, all the way down to ICP, Code Orange, Tech 9. Gosh, I can't wait. And we are going to be rocking with our cell phones in hand. That's just about all you can take into the festival, which is fine because you got to enjoy yourselves, right? But we're going to do our best to capture some sights and sounds from the festival. But mainly, we are going to be enjoying ourselves as festival fans so that we can give you an objective outlook on how they do it down in Daytona. We're also going to be linking up with DWP down there as well to see what we can do about working more of those music festivals in the coming months, year. Who knows, man? You never know where it's going to go. I know they bought into Rocklahoma, and they are going to be one of the newest proud partners producing our favorite festival here in Pryor, Oklahoma. So I can't wait to see how they do it down there and those properties that they've been working for a while, as well as how they're going to do this Labor Day weekend with Rocklahoma. So once again, we are doing our road trip raffle, and all sales through May 15th of those t-shirts that I've been going on about all hour will be funding my trip to Daytona, putting some food in my belly and gas in their tank, and helping us get by while we try to survive for the week. Thank God for VIP. Now, after that, we got May 4th here at the Shrine. We've got an amazing lineup, folks. We've got OTEP. We've also got Doyle of the Misfits, as well as Red Devil Vortex and local band Still Knock. I did hear from Still Knock. They got a new track, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it on the mix just yet. Or in time for the show, but next week, we're going to play it for you all. And you can catch them May 4th. That's this weekend at the Shrine of Tulsa. I'm going to do what I can to make it up there. Hopefully, I can bring some shirts up there as well if they don't mind. But yes, that's the tour with No Name 2024, featuring Doyle, OTEP, Red Devil Vortex, and Still Knock. $25 in advance, $30 day of, Saturday, May 4th. You can get your tickets on ticketstorm.com. Shows at 6, doors at 6, shows at 7, 21 up to get in because it is a bar, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that band I just featured here a little bit ago, plus that young band that we featured several times in the last couple of months, She Hates Me Not, and a longtime favorite of mine, Severmind, will be playing with Armored Saint at the Shrine May 18th next week on the Saints Will Conquer World Tour 2024, May 18th, $25 in advance, $30 day of the show. Doors at 6 p.m. Shows at 6:30. Once again, that's at the venue Shrine. Be sure you give a lot of love to Donnie. Give the love to Donnie and the whole crew at the Shrine. They are some of my favorite folks, and it is one of my favorite venues in the area, if not my absolute favorite. So Absolutely love the Shrine as well as our other local venues. Once again, May 18th, Armored Saint Arkhon, She Hates Me Not, and Severmind. Can't wait to see that one. Now, after that, we've got a little shindig that we've been talking about for the last, couple of weeks, and we're not going to stop talking about it anytime soon because we're just ready to rock the river, folks. We're just a couple of months out, just over 1 month away from Rock the River 2024, featuring Rehab, Flaw, Scott Austin of Saving Abel. The Texas Hippie Coalition family will be in town in full force and flash mobbing the campground. So make sure that you guys... Sorry, the cat's making noise. Make sure that you guys get your campsites because this is going to be packed, folks. And there's also a lot of locals, including Shelter in Place, Dime Store Riot, Traitora, Dark from Day One, Tyrannus, Let Slip the Dog, She Hates Me Not, Off Division, Still Knock, Wolf Ugly, Still Sight, Oklahoma Blood, Nevermind the Embers, and much, much more. You can get more information at www.rocktheriverfest.com. Once again, that's June 13th through the 16th at Sparrowhawk Campgrounds. We met up with John Townsend last week. Speaking of, he's there in the comments. You can catch our interview with John as he told us a little bit about the upgrades to Sparrowhawk as he has been preparing for this year's festival. And they made some advancements, and he's very, very proud, and he should be, because the transformation of that place has come a long way, and it was a great place to begin with. But now, man, it's went to another level. Good job, John and crew at Sparrowhawk Camp in Tahlequah on the Illinois River. Once again, we are going to be giving away a couple of passes to that music festival on behalf of Rockavet. Now, we've been giving you code words every week, and I don't think I gave one out gave one out last week. And this week's password is willpower. There we go, folks. Now, what you are to be doing, if you are a veteran or active serviceman, vets, be sure you're saving up all of these code words. This week is willpower. If you missed previous words, all you got to do is go back and watch the past live streams. But at Jason or Christian, please remind me, if you would, the cutoff for this contest. But we're going to be cutting everybody off, and then they will let you know how to submit your list of code words. The people with the most correct code words will qualify for that drawing for a couple of passes to Rock the River. The crew at Rockavet can give you more details. In the meantime, folks, listen, the cat just wants 15 seconds of fame. It's a true story, man. I knew I should have let her out. Give me a second. Animals. The joys of doing live broadcasting, y'all. Alrighty, so I'm giving you plenty of time. You've had more time than any other time. Willpower is your code word for this week's code word for the Rock the River Festival. Thank you so much for Rockavet for putting that contest together. What else do we got? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, folks. And then in addition to Rock the River, we've also obviously got Rocklahoma coming up, Labor Day weekend. Avenged Sevenfold, Disturbed, Slipknot, Skillet, Mastodon. Oh my gosh, Hailstorm. I am so excited to see Lizzie Hale, as well as her amazing drummer brother, as he, man, he's just an entertainer in himself, just rocking those drums and doing all the tricks and throwing the sticks while catching them on beat. I mean, it's just amazing. This guy is super talented. And there's much more, folks. You know, the legends of heavy metal, Anthrax, will also be in town Labor Day weekend, along with Clutch, Nothing More, Giovanni, and the Hired Guns. That's one I'm super excited about. I haven't seen him yet, and I cannot stop car karaoke singing Ramon Iola. In the comments, Amber says, when I was actively in my cancer battle, I went to see THC. They grabbed me and took me backstage, and they were so amazing. That's awesome, Amber. And by the way, congratulations on beating it. Thank you. Yeah, John, the new map is insane. Congratulations on what you did with the map for Sparrowhawk. We've also got a map of our own for Rocklahoma. If you would like to register your map, your campground, or excuse me, your campsite to be on the Rocklahoma campground map, well, all you got to do is go to the website, www.survivingrocklahoma.com, and click on the Rocklahoma Survival Guide. And we've got a great map. I want to give a special thank you to Darren for all of your amazing hard work, as he has been keeping not only the map updated, but doing some great things for the website as well. I am proud to call him an editor and contributor for the website, as he has been developing some great forms to help you guys submit for contests and your information for the various projects we've got going on, not only for the podcast, but for Rocklahoma and the campground map as well. So this year, Darren has very much been the force behind the map. Now, I also want to give a shout out to Fallon for everything that you do for the safe sites. Remember, folks, if you would like to get information on the Safe Sites project, you'll need to get a hold of Fallon. She can explain what all that is a lot better than I can. I'm not sure how they're doing everything with that this year. John Townsend says, here in Tahlequah at Sparrowhawk Camp, the Terp Float Festival will be coming up. You can get information on that from Facebook as well. And Linda, thank you. Always pause for THC and Texas Hippie Coalition. How funny. Well, in Qualls Nest, row 7, they're going to be partying, Tyler says. Can't wait. Tell me, guys, if you are rocking a campsite this year at Rocklahoma and you're going a little extra and you're doing things up, what's your campsite name? What's your theme? What do you do? We'd like to see what you've got in the works for Rocklahoma 2024. Drop it down there in the comments. Also, if you got a story or something to share, shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We'd love to share your stories on a future broadcast. Also, like I said, folks, we've got our road trip coming up next week, so that's very much on our brain, and that'll probably dominate the conversation next week when we go live. I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to go live next week at our regularly scheduled time, as I will be getting ready, and I've got to head up the night before so that we can be ready to leave before the sun gets up on Tuesday next week as we head to Daytona. So this may be our last live stream for a couple of weeks as far as a formal show. Although I'll go live a couple of times at the festival and down along the road trip. I'm going to do my best to do a little bit of a blog along the way, but we are very much going to be enjoying the trip and taking in all the sights and sounds. As last year when we went to Key West, we really rushed a lot of everything, so we missed a lot of the environment and stuff as we were trying to cover everything at Rock Island last year. So this year we're going to do things a little bit differently. All right, so like I said, folks, I've only got the one song to feature this week. Normally we feature a couple, so we may be ending a couple of minutes earlier than we normally do, unless anybody's got in there that I'm supposed to remember, because I forget a lot. I'm like Dory, I just keep swimming. But I do want to make sure that I do give every one of you guys a special thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast, for subscribing to the Facebook page, buying your shirts, or just joining me and having a beer with me this fine Monday night. So we love doing this show. It is a highlight of my week, and it takes me places I've never thought I'd go, and all of that is thanks to you all, because as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making them. So thank you all. Now remember, folks, if you would like your music featured on Surviving Rocklahoma, submit your music, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And if you're going to be playing in the area, let us know. We'd love to let everybody know where to catch your shows. So submit your gigs as well. Once again, the email's the same, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And I know I did not forget to mention, but we wanted to see Christy with us. She's in the comments, and I forgot to mention how much I'm going to be missing my bestie on yet another road trip. Well, the offer's there, chicken. If you can get it, make it happen. Make it happen. Also, folks, if you are checking out the live stream, like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're watching us. Remember, we're not just on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well, and Twitch. And in post, we'll be putting the audio anywhere you get your podcasts: iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, Audible. It doesn't matter. You can just even hop on, Google and Siri and say, hey, play the newest episode of Surviving Rocklahoma. They know who I am, or at least they can get you somewhat close, so you can get one of 4 correct links. But aside from that, folks, we appreciate you all. Keep on hitting those like, follow, and subscribe buttons, because those numbers really do matter, and we want to unlock some really cool stuff. And congratulations to each of you all who have joined or been members of the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. We hit 6,000 active members, and that's amazing. Studio audience, that's an accomplishment. Yes, 6,000 members. Congratulations. That is so awesome. I never did it for the numbers, but it is awesome to see that many people appreciate something that we're doing. Once again, that's the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map on Facebook, but you can get your map on www.survivingrocklahoma.com and click that Rocklahoma survival guide. I see a couple of my best friends in roasting me in the comments. Love you, girls. You crack me up. You know what, folks? Once again, I want to give a special thank you to our sponsors. First up, DEB Concerts, as well as At Your Service Rentals, and Rockuvet, and the Rocklahoma Bitches.
Rocklahoma, bitches!
Not to leave out the big old bus with their busload of debauchery at Rocklahoma near you, Labor Day weekend. And once again, she's in the comments. Give her a lot of love. And folks, if you need a photo shoot, whether it be professional shots, an event, proms coming up, senior photos coming up, or maybe you grown-ups want to spice things up with a spicy boudoir shoot, give Photography by Angel Lee a message. She would love to set up some photo shoots, but a couple of weeks from now, because we're going to be busy next week on vacation, so y'all's going to have to wait on that. But it's there, and she does amazing work. That's why we picked her up a couple of years ago, and she's been traveling with us ever since. But as well as the folks who have been providing me with the suds that keep me sauced. Monty, I got to get back up there so I can get another sampler pack. But until then, y'all, the show is almost over. So let's give one more toast to a successful live stream, a great audience, and toast from Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Cheers, y'all. It's time for a refill. And I think I've hit all my notes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you all, please remember to stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.